Hello and welcome to episode number 68 of the TEW 2016 Challenge Run. We are here for the first SmackDown and 205 Live of quote-unquote Phase 2. And we start off with our Four Corners pre-show tag team matches, in which Aleister Black and Finn Balor beat Cesaro and Harper, Sheamus and McIntyre, and Andrade and Murphy, who have excellent chemistry, which is a very interesting tag team. I have no plans to make it at this current moment in time, but it's good to have it in the back of my mind. Then the women's one, I believe, is up next yet. Tamina, the only person improving, because nobody is in fact meaner, I can confirm, than Tamina. And then AOP, the tag team ones, New Day, Lucha Generation, and Rude and Jinder Mahal, who don't do anything. We open the show with Drew McIntyre, the new WWE champion, and he just cuts a short and sweet promo talking about how he did what he said he was going to do. He ended the reign of Aleister Black, and how everybody on the SmackDown Live roster is now on notice, and he's the Scottish Terminator, and he's going to destroy and terminate anyone who gets in his path as he becomes the most dominant WWE champion in history. Our first match of the evening sees Ricochet defeat Mike Kanellis in 9 minutes with a 74 B-. Ricochet gets an 82, Mike a 56. After the match, Ricochet is celebrating when Buddy Murphy comes out. He says to Ricochet, you're a hell of a wrestler. And when I came to SmackDown Live and you were the Intercontinental champion, and I was looking forward to wrestling you at SummerSlam, but then all these other people sort of got involved, and we lost. Sheamus became the champion, and quite frankly, Ricochet, it's all your fault. You're all hype. I was tearing it up on 205 Live. I was the juggernaut. Nobody could stop me. I was killing the game. But everyone was talking about this guy in NXT. This new kid on the block who could do all these amazing flips. And that was why, even as the Cruiserweight champion, when I was having these killer matches, I was still the best kept secret because everyone was talking about you. And quite frankly, Ricochet, I've had enough. It's time for you to be grounded back down to reality. And then Ricochet's jumped from behind by Bronson Reed from NXT, who lays waste to Ricochet. And then Murphy would get in the ring and join Reed in the fight. As the two Australian men, Reed would stand him up and position him so Murphy could deliver Murphy's Law and lay out Mr. Money in the Bank as the two Australian men stand tall over Ricochet's prone body. So seemingly a new alliance here on SmackDown Live between Buddy Murphy and Bronson Reed. We get the in-ring debut of Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green, VXT, as they call themselves. They shock the world and they score a pinfall victory over Ember Moon and Alexa Bliss, specifically Alexa, when Deonna cheats, uses the rope for leverage, which I probably would keep, actually.
I don't know that, but I do have a skill you might...
Alexa, stop. Anyway, Bliss stays down for the 3 when Purrazzo rolls her up, puts her feet on the ropes. And then after the match, Deonna and Chelsea celebrate. They continue to try and embarrass Bliss. And Ember Moon would come in with the ring with a steel chair and chase off Deonna and Chelsea. Help her best friend to her feet as they shout at the heels who have backed up halfway up the entrance ramp. Alexa stood in front.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah, I saw you go off, so I stopped. Bliss stood in front, Ember behind, when all of a sudden, Ember cracks the chair across the back of her best friend Bliss. And Swerve Bro, she turns on a Bliss and continues to attack her with the steel chair as Deonna and Chelsea evacuate through the back. Ember screaming these evil screams as she pulls at her hair and shit and makes mean faces. as Alexa is helped to the back by referees and medics. How do we follow up from that savage betrayal? With Cesaro in the ring. Sunglasses, suit, champagne, and a lot of Irish decor. Helping to bring an Irish celebration to his best friend Sheamus, who is the new Intercontinental Champion. He's finally a Grand Slam champion here. He's won the one title that's eluded him. And now it's time to celebrate on his behalf. And out comes the new champion. He'd be looking very dapper in an Irish-based suit, green suit, Intercontinental Championship, mohawk, perm down like he does. Sheamus does sometimes when he's like fancy dressed. Mohawk is perm down, flat. And he talked about his career and how he never would have got the championship if it wasn't for his best friend Cesaro. And he tells Cesaro, hey, since you've been such a good friend of mine, anytime you want an IC title shot, I'm your guy. You deserve a shot at this belt. And Cesaro's like, hey, why don't we have a match right now? And Sheamus is like, no, you can't have it right now. Today's about me, not you. And we're having an Irish celebration. And out comes Finn Balor, who gets in the ring. And he's like, well, you can't have an Irish celebration without me. I'm down for a bit of potatoes and whatever else is in it. I'm down to celebrate like a true Irishman. And Sheamus is like, what's this little bitch doing here? He's interrupted my day. And Balor's like, I came out to congratulate you, Sheamus, because being a Grand Slam champion, being the IC champion is something I know all about because I held that title with honor. And quite frankly, I would like it back at some point. So you've been put on notice, mate. As there's only going to be one room for one true Irish IC champion, and it's going to be me. As he drops Sheamus with a sling blade, Cesaro with the shotgun drop kick, as he drop a coup de grace on Sheamus, and sort of pose in the ring as we fade away, as Finn Balor crashes the Irish celebration of our new Intercontinental Champion. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cut the music. Last Sunday at SummerSlam, the almighty Bobby Lashley was robbed when that fat asshole Kevin Owens and those two idiots, the Snake Busters, teamed up on me, the man of the hour. And unprovoked assault by Kevin Owens put me out. I can't compete here tonight. So Apollo will be stepping in my place as the almighty Bobby Lashley and Apollo are looking to become the next SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So any tag team in the back who wants a piece of the almighty Bobby Lashley, come and get some. And out come the returning Hardy Boys. Returning from where? I don't know. It's just one of those situations where I had nothing for them ever. So I'd rather have just pretended they were gone and bring them back strong than have them on TV losing every week. So here they are, the Hardys are back, and they'll face the almighty Bobby Lashley and Apollo in a match where Jeff Hardy defeats Apollo Crews with a twist of hate. So Apollo takes the fall here tonight, and boy does Leo let him know it. He picks up Apollo gets to his feet as Lashley and Leo Sarah, and Leo's like, you cost the almighty Bobby Lashley shot to become SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And he slaps Apollo. And he's like, what are you going to do about it, Apollo, hey? You need to get better. You aren't going to take me out. You're nothing without me. I'm the only reason people care about you. And then Apollo would go to hit him, but he'd sort of stop. He doesn't want to hit Leo because Leo was here for him. He did help him sort of become interesting, I guess. And Leo starts laughing at him. He's like, no, you wouldn't hit me. What are you going to do about it, Apollo? You're a loser. I'm not scared of you as it is. And he'd start slapping him and like send him away. But as Apollo goes to leave, he stops. Sort of looks around at the crowd who are cheering him on because Leo's a dickhead. And they're like, yeah, go and beat up this little cunt. And Apollo he'd stop, and then Leo would be like, what are you doing while you're stopping? I told you to go to the back. And then Apollo would drop him with an enziguri. And then Bobby Lashley would try and take the fight to Apollo Crews, who'd fight back, and he'd hit Bobby Lashley with the spinning powerbomb. As Apollo, seemingly done with Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley's shit, has turned babyface once again. Now, as this time as a babyface, he's actually got a bit of character because he built the character up. Instead of just being a bland smiley boy, he'll be somebody that's actually interesting to watch because he's sort of established himself with wins over Kevin Owens and shit. So he has, for all intents and purposes, been rehabbed. Ronda Rousey comes out with her new championship, and she says that she respects, obviously she still respects Shayna. Shayna is still her friend. This was never a bitter rivalry between enemies who wanted to rip each other's throats out. This was always a nice friendly competition. And Ronda came out on top. And if Shayna was anywhere, if she calls Shayna out, Shayna comes out. She says, Shayna, you are obviously one of the best competitors here on SmackDown Live. If you want a rematch for this title, I'm down to give you a rematch. And Shayna's like, Ronda, obviously we're still the best we're still friends. I took you out and I'm gonna get my championship back. This is still all about us seeing who the most badass, strongest, baddest woman on the roster is when the lights go out, and out comes Asuka. And Asuka says, I'm the baddest woman on the roster. I can take the baddest woman on the planet. I'm stronger than you. And Shayna's like, bitch, I beat you. So if you want to prove you're the baddest woman on the roster, face me right now and I'll beat you again. So we get that match. Shayna versus Asuka gets an AEB, and Asuka wins with a spin kick. This time she pins Shayna Baszler, proves that she is one of the baddest women on SmackDown Live. Same with the New Day, who are reminiscing about their loss to AOP on the kickoff show at SummerSlam, when they say that the New Day aren't going to let that loss hold them down because AOP have their time in the spotlight as the tag team champions, and they endorse that. But Sheamus and Drew McIntyre need to look out because New Day's done pretty much all they can do in the tag division. It's time they started looking out for singles gold. And when the New Day becomes WWE and Intercontinental Champion, New Day will truly rock. Main event gets a shite because of the finish. It's Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan going at it in a hell of a match, which ends when Drew McIntyre comes out and Claymore kicks both and holds his title up in the air and shouts, "Yar, I'm the strongest, I'm the best, I'm the WWE champion, Scottish psychopath," and all that. 87B+, pretty decent first SmackDown back. And we pause here and we see what is going on over on the Purple brand with our Cruiserweight friends on 205 Live. And we're back for some 205 Live action. And we kick off 205 Live with the debut of Oney Lorcan on the show. He scores the pinfall victory over Eric Young with a flying blockbuster. Just giving him a nice little debut win, establishing him as a new member of 205 Live because we need to stock the roster back up because we only have a handful of tag teams and we need to replace Flip Gordon and Drew Gulak and other people. So Oney Lorcan is here and he's now on 205 Live as a nice baby face with a nice win, in which he cuts a promo. Sort of like, if you've seen his Twitter account, you know what Oney Lorcan's all about. And I sort of want to portray that in his character, so he's sort of shouty, ranting nonsense about his big finger and all sorts, proving that he's no one to mess with. Tag team points match, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo against Gallagher and Webster. The heels pick up the win, and Garza pins Morgan Webster, who is a tag team champion with somebody else in real life that isn't Jack Gallagher. but he's with Jack Gallagher on this game, so the Welsh duo of him and Mark Andrews won't happen, at least not yet. The Hurricane's in his office, talking about how he's congratulating Flip Gordon and Drew Gulak for their impending Raw and SmackDown debuts, when Arya Daivari comes in and he's like, mate, Gulak was my tag team partner, and you just sort of sent him to SmackDown without warning me, and now I'm left stranded out here with no one. And I'm now going to prove to you why that was a mistake. I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet and become the next Cruiserweight champion. And the Hurricane's like, okay, well, next week, you can prove your worth when you face a new face around here on 205 Live, and we'll see if you've really still got what it takes to hang at the top level. And we'll see who that is next week. Main event, 71C+. Evan Bourne had 3 points on the board, but the SummerSlam title match was already confirmed, so he can use his match now. He's defeated by Rey Mysterio with a 619 in 15 minutes, or 14 minutes even, as Rey Mysterio makes the first defense of his Cruiserweight Championship title. And then after the match, the two old friends, they shake hands as the show closes. And we get a 63C. We didn't have any women on this show because normally Paige is on there, but she wasn't here this week. Conspicuous by her absence. Don't know what she's up to. But that is the end of episode 68. And we'll see you next time for Monday Night Raw and what will be episode 69. Nice. See you then.